There are many men's college basketball rivalries, but only one on record started a fistfight at a dialysis center. Kentucky versus Louisville is special. This video is presented by Sam Adams American Light, the most premium light beer. So what makes a basketball rivalry beefy? The actual games matter, but that's just the start. Kentucky and Louisville played on and off throughout the 20th century, but only their showdown in the 1983 NCAA Tournament Elite Eight marked the beginning of a true rivalry. The so-called Dream Game was the first Wildcats-Cardinals battle in decades, and Louisville won an OT thriller to reach the Final Four. The historically mightier basketball school had no choice but to keep scheduling Louisville games thereafter. Those games have included great players, high stakes, heroic moments, and some genuine confrontations. But fights and fouls alone don't elevate a rivalry to beef. I think two other special elements took Kentucky versus Louisville to the next level. One is Rick Pitino. Pitino coached Kentucky for most of the 90s and led them to a national title in 1996. That alone was a big deal for the rivalry. Notably, that Wildcats team featured Derek Anderson, one of the best prospects to ever come out of the city of Louisville, who chose nonetheless to transfer to Kentucky instead of the school in his home city. But the real beef stoker happened a few years later, when Pitino took a new job at Louisville. Pitino not only crossed to the other side of the rivalry, upsetting the Kentucky fan base, he also prolonged a personal beef with new Kentucky coach John Calipari. The two had been professional acquaintances / bitter rivals for years. It's a long story. It's a whole beef history, in fact. But the point is, they grafted their individual animus onto a collegiate rivalry. That was most salient in 2012, when Kentucky beat Louisville in the Final Four and then won the whole tournament. And then in 2013, when Louisville won its first title since the 1980s, making Pitino a champion at both schools. Though, the NCAA might throw an asterisk on that. Ultimately, though, what sets this rivalry apart from some others is simple geography. The Wildcats lay claim to an entire state. The Cardinals claim the largest city in that state. So while most of Kentucky bleeds blue, it's got this big old spot of, well, not pure red, but definitely purple. In Louisville and its outskirts, fans of both teams live, work, dine, drink, and cheer side by side. You don't just see your rivals on game day, you see them every day, including dialysis infusion day. That's not just rivalry, that is beef.